The default state of centralized societies like ours is oligarchy. An oligarch is someone who turns their inordinate economic power into inordinate political power. It's very rich people becoming very politically powerful. This is why billionaires love Trump. This is why billionaires and multimillionaires love Nigel Farage. It's why they love Marine Le Pen. It's why they love so many of the hard right and far right movements that are rising around the world, because they deliver for them. They accelerate the transformation of democracies into oligarchies. That is where we are heading unless we produce massive counter movements. And we can't rely on bland, white bread, centrist politicians to prevent the rise of oligarchy. People like Keir Starmer, people like Joe Biden, they can't do it. They don't have that sort of power to mobilize people. They are trying to play both sides at the same time. They're trying to appease the oligarchs to get them off their backs, and they're trying to appeal to the people at the same time. You cannot ride both horses. One of those horses is going to fall away, and what falls away is popular support. Because if your program is not meeting people's needs, people will look elsewhere. And so you find yourself riding the oligarch's horse, not the people's horse. And what we're seeing now is the return, big time, of oligarchic power. And this is a phenomenon we see throughout history. And every so often, that oligarchic power is rolled back, but then it gradually begins to gather again and starts to return, unless you are struggling sufficiently against it. There's a very brilliant and very depressing book called The Great Leveller by Walter Scheidel, a very impressive historian, who says that there are only 4 forces which have ever destroyed rampant inequality, in other words, oligarchy, in human history. One of them is total war, one of them is total and violent revolution, one of them is state collapse, and one of them is massive plague. And what he's shown is that in the wake of those things, which can often destroy the power of wealthy people, you can build much more easily a more egalitarian and democratic society.